President William Ruto's proposal in agreement with opposition leader Raila Odinga to have a broad-based political framework to get the country out of the current political crisis has seemingly signaled an impending government of national unity. Now, this has attracted criticism and opposition from the youth and a section of leaders from the opposition coalition who want nothing to do with the coalition government. NTV's political affairs reporter Vincent Oduor tells us more.
The countrywide youth protests against what they termed as President William Ruto's government ills against them, including the heavy burden of taxation and poor governance, have forced President Ruto to listen and begin to act on the demands. He also teamed up with opposition leader Raila Odinga, and both agreed to hold a national dialogue forum to resolve the grievances of the citizenry. This is the third time Odinga, by virtue of his political capital and influence, is showing up to seemingly save a sitting president. During the 2007-2008 post-election violence, Odinga joined forces with President Mwai Kibaki to form a government of national unity to calm the situation. Similarly, in 2018, when President Uhuru Kenyatta fell out with his then-deputy William Ruto and was facing a lot of political opposition, he and Odinga mended fences, as was seen through the symbolic handshake that helped him calm temperatures in the country and run the government. But now political pundits have criticized President Ruto's move to draw in Odinga to rid himself of the wrath of the Gen Z-driven move.
He cannot go back to Raila and the tired and beaten route to reinvent himself. He's missing it. Baba doesn't understand where this revolution is coming from and that he's not part of it. He cannot understand that there can be a demonstration in this country without him.
Baba. This is that he cannot play Jesus all the time. You are dealing with a generation that is asking hard questions, and what they want are answers and nothing else.
In addition to the young protesters rejecting President Ruto's move to bring Odinga on board, the former Prime Minister's acceptance has divided the Azimio opposition wing, including NARC Kenya party leader Martha Karua, who has also opposed a national dialogue forum.
It is not necessary. This is a trap to kill the clamor for accountability and reform by the Gen Z. If you remember when Azimio went out to demonstrate last year, supported by the electorate, quite a chunk of the electorate, Ruto called for dialogue. And our Azimio leader Raila met him in Mombasa, and they agreed on dialogue, an uncomfortable dialogue that after a whole year, because they finished, the NADCO report came out in December. What did it have? The number one priority was cost of living. It was a complete fraud on the people. And we said it here on the 7th of December 2023, and we rejected it. It did not contain the cost of living.
As a core principle in Azimio, were you invited or consulted with regards to the decision of forming this national dialogue forum?
I would not be invited because they know my stand. I am not part of those NADCO talks. We disowned them in December. And I would not share a platform with Ruto and his regime. Last time I checked in Azimio, we did not recognize Ruto as the president because we were telling him, proof you were elected, we have new information, open the servers. Where in NADCO did we say that now we have recognized? Those are unilateral actions of individual Azimio leaders.
There are reports that a government of national unity is in the offing. Would you agree to be part of such a government if you are invited?
I wouldn't be part of it, definitely. Even the positions that NADCO will bring, I salivate for none. I would rather remain out than engage in defrauding their people of their dreams, because you come out to demonstrate, hopeful that your situation will change. Instead, my situation changes because I get a salary. That's really not what serving people is about. There must be a larger goal than the self-interest.
President Ruto's decision to dissolve cabinet has been welcomed and criticized alike, and this is also a point of division in the Azimio coalition.
We stand ready to support the country come up with measures that can restore lasting peace and stability and address the long-standing issues like unemployment, the unending search for justice and equality, fighting corruption, negative ethnicity in our national life, instilling a tradition for meritocracy in appointment to public office, and ending the unfair and punitive economic and taxation policies.
Even though the president has dissolved his cabinet and rejected the 2024 finance bill, still the young protesters have maintained that he has not finished implementing all their demands, with some saying that he must also leave office.
Transitions require clear goals, clear communication, a clear roadmap. So the question he needs and the consultation he needs quickly is to put that in place. But he needs to read the writing because he's misread it all along. His time is up.
Currently, President Ruto seems to be lonely at the top as he tries to save his administration against the wrath of the people. Vincent Odur,